Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And good day to ladies and gentlemen. Alhamdulillah, today I'm given the chance to present my research title, Challenges in Teaching of Physical Education Subject in Malaysian Primary School. Before I start, let me introduce myself. I'm Nurhidayah Yaakop, PhD student, then my supervisor, Dr. Denise and Professor Dr. Ruhizan Yasin. We are from Faculty of Education, Universiti, Kebangsaan, Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the outline of this research. We will start with introduction and then move on to the important in conducting of physical education, continued by intervention model. After that, the challenges in implementation of physical education subject, then recommendation to overcome the challenges, and finally, the conclusion. Now, let's start with the introduction to further understand the origin of this research. As we know that in 2011, Kementerian Pendidikan Malaysia KPM implement primary school standard curriculum KSSR in stages starting with year 1 student. Physical education subjects are among the core subjects contained in the KSSR. The curriculum of this subject is based on movement skill and healthy lifestyle practice through psychomotor, cognitive, and affective domain, which are implemented in modular manners according to the needs of students. Then, this concept paper will explore and discuss aspects of implementation challenges as well as suggestions to overcome so that can improve the effectiveness of the implementation of physical education subject in Malaysian primary school. Next, let's take a look on the importance in conducting of physical education. KPM 2019 state that physical education is an important component in the national education curriculum as a basis for the formation of student personalities, provide exposure to skill, and as a medium to cultivate interest of student talent. Physical education also the only subject that focuses on the physical self of the student. Physical education, according to Bernard Lau 2020, is a basic right of every child and equal with education and health in terms of importance. The next point is about intervention model by Fraser Thomas 2002. In this model, emphasize the context of the implementation of physical education subject. The model states that there are 5 factors that influence the implementation of this subject, namely the factor of presage, program, process, content, and product. The presage factor is the role of principal is how to implement the curriculum in school, while the teacher plays as a role as an implementer of physical education teaching. Program factor related to the context and syllabus of physical education subject. Contact factor is school environment such as physical facilities, sport equipment, sources of financial allocation, and other resources available in school. The process factor is the teaching and learning process practiced by the teacher, while the product factor refers to the effectiveness of the implementation of the teaching and learning. This intervention model is relevant to this paper to explore the challenges of implementation physical education in primary school based on these 5 factors. Here, I would like to discuss about the main challenges in implementation of physical education subject. First, physical education teacher factor. Teacher as a facilitators who work as planners, controller, mentor, motivator, and evaluator. Teacher knowledge and skill in implementing teaching and learning strategies are needed to ensure that learning is more fun and suitable for the needs of the student of various background and personal abilities. Therefore, The effectiveness of teaching depends on the level of knowledge of the teacher competency, and teacher experience in teaching. Second, student factor who has a low level involvement in physical education class. Additional, the problem of student not wearing sport clothing during physical education session continued to this day. This statement agreed by researcher of Haslinda 2011. Third is school resources factor, means the lack of physical facilities and sport equipment remain as a challenges to the implementation of physical education in school. A study by Syed Kamaruzaman 2017 found that the lack of physical facilities and sports court are the main obstacle to the implementation of physical education in school. Fourth is school management factor, who was considered physical education is less important. We 2020 said that Malaysian administrators did not, never, rarely, and occasionally organize in-house course for staff training program for physical education. Last one is parent support factor, who not also care about physical education because the subject is not passed in public examination. Bola Rinwa 2020 said, many parents believe that their children who involved in sports activities was waste of time and had bad consequence for their academic progress. Therefore, I would like to propose a recommendation to overcome the challenges in physical education teaching and learning. For physical education teachers should be prepared to hold revolution in learning. Teachers should have a passion for continuous learning and always be willing to attend in service courses to further improve pedagogical skills and content delivery. Then, students will have fun when they are able to master on their own every skill learning through student-centered method. This approach related to online games can be implemented to attract the interest of the student nowadays. Lack of school resources can be overcome with inventory record of the purchase of equipment and need to systematic manage, update, and frequent monitor. Timetable for physical education classes. The use of facilities such as field and court must also be carefully planned to avoid clash. To encourage the comprehensive implementation of physical education in school administrators should focus on monitor teacher teaching, gathering feedback, and communicating the value of physical education topic to all school personnel. Last one, parent support. Even the physical education is not exam subject, but school need to disseminate information the importance of the school involvement in physical education. The data will be recorded in the school-based assessment systems (SBA), such as sports physical activity assessment and curriculum (PAJSK) in Central Assessment National Physical Fitness Standard (SEGA). Next is my conclusion. I would like to conclude that in order to produce students who are balanced in terms of physical, emotional, spiritual, intellectual, and personality, then the subject of physical education should not be ignored. Creativity and variety of teaching approach may inspire students to keep trying to master the skill. Therefore, school administrators need to have a clear vision and mission to place the importance of effective and comprehensive implementation of physical education in school. This is for to increase and maintain the enjoyment of physical education. The support from teacher, student, school management, and parent is so important. Hopefully, implementation challenges and recommendations present in this concept paper can be provide a comprehensive picture to policymakers on the issue of implementation of physical education in primary school, and then take into account all these factors to further improve the effectiveness of the implementation at school level. With that, I end my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Alhamdulillah.